Among the tools in boat handling, tacking should be considered the most basic unit. In an average race, a team will tack more than all other boat handling operations combined. That's a lot when you consider that a tack is generally the one maneuver in boat handling that slows a boat down. Skillful execution combines the technical prowess of an athlete with a fluid understanding of the boat's physics and is a matter of minimizing damage or seizing tactical opportunity. A driver's tack can be broken down into 3 separate procedures found in every tack regardless of condition. First and foremost, the driver must be driving and focused on the turn the boat makes. Second, trimming the main is often required at some point. Because the j232 requires the trimmer to windward sheet and the bowman may have to wait for the jib to fill before crossing, the driver will frequently have to ease the main sheet as the boat exits the tack to aid in reaccelerating or just keeping the boat flat and on its feet. And third, the driver must shift his or her weight with the crew. While a successful driver may appear to do all these jobs at once, a closer examination will show each task carefully orchestrated as a separate operation blending together. You'll notice that my personal style as a driver involves standing throughout the tack. This allows me to get a brief glimpse over the crew during the tack and a good feel for the balance of the boat. This is, however, a personal style and preference. Some good drivers prefer a more dinghy-like style and approach that keeps their feet grounded in the cockpit. The trimmer is always critical to success on the j232. While the open cockpit may offer freedom to work, particularly when sailing with a crew of 3, the technique necessary for windward sheeting is more difficult than it seems. Windward sheeting is important since trimming must be done from the windward side to maintain maximum boat speed through full hiking and continuous sail adjustment. Therefore, perfecting the process of getting the working sheet to the new windward winch is an essential part of boat handling in these boats. Organization is the key to execution here. The jib sheets will have to cross the cabin top where they may clutter the spinnaker. You can see here that the jib sheet leads from the clew through the jib lead and across the cabin top to the windward winch, while the lazy sheet also lies across the cabin top. The sheets form an X, which impedes the spinnaker gear. As a result, the spinnaker gear must all lead out of the same part of this X, preferably the largest area on the aft side. Here, Dave Johnson demonstrates a successful technique that as a small trimmer relies on his speed rather than brute force. In his routine, you can see he stays on the rail hiking as long as possible, keeping the working sheet in one hand while he finds the lazy sheet with the other. His eyes remain forward during the tack, cueing off the turn of the boat and the break of the sail as it begins to luff. When he releases, he immediately goes for the first rap on the new winch as the load comes on. Using the weight of his body falling to the new leeward side, he trims the sail in. After a second or third rap on the winch, he's on the rail hiking again and listening for the fine-tuned comments from the driver or taking initiative from his own experience. The bowman specifically moves his or her weight to aid in a roll tack. This is done by hiking on the rail until the boat begins to turn, and then stepping quickly towards the mast as the jib crosses the bow. Once the leech of the jib has cleared the mast, the bowman may climb to the new rail and hike the boat flat. The keys here are for the bowman to prepare for the turn by raising one leg off the rail so that climbing is easier and stepping up only when the boat is almost flat. Keep feet off the jib sheets during the turn so the trimmer can do his or her job. And step around the mast only once the doorway between the leech of the jib and the mast has opened up. Tacking offers a means to a tactical end. Keep in mind that every tack slows the boat down. A team that executes a tack well has more latitude to choose the timing of their tack or to perhaps waste one on occasion because their tacks are not as costly as those of an unpracticed team. Be sure to focus on the basics in practice and build a strong foundation for tactical execution once on the course.